Turning now to the situation in the Middle East, a deal on the Strait of Hormuz appears to be edging closer. An Iranian state news agency says Tehran says it's nearing a new arrangement with Oman for managing traffic through that vital waterway. But it insists the framework is not a full reopening of the strait. President Trump says he'd rather make a deal with Iran, but he's still threatening attacks.
I'd rather make a deal because I don't want to kill people. I do not want to kill people. But at some point, we're going to... We were set for the biggest attack.
For more on this, we're joined by CBS News politics reporter Kathryn Watson. Okay, so Kathryn, let's start with what are we hearing from the administration about the prospects of a deal with the Strait of Hormuz? And is there any U.S. involvement here, or is it just with Oman?
Good morning, Kelly and Vlad. Yeah, President Trump said a lot of progress has been made, and there may be a deal on the Strait of Hormuz as soon as today. But Iran is saying that this deal would just be for Tehran and Oman to manage that strait traffic. And that isn't exactly the free and open strait that the U.S. has insisted must take place, that President Trump has insisted must take place. Remember, the strait was fully open before this war. President Trump said the U.S. is negotiating, but Iran says the U.S. isn't involved.
All right, so the president has pushed back on reports of any significant munition shortage due to this war, which is sort of interesting. We've seen reports that he is angry at the defense secretary, wondering why we, the news media, is reporting on these shortages, which has been confirmed, Kathryn, as you know, by CBS News. Explain to our viewers what the shortage is and what the president is angry about.
President Trump has taken issue with reporting from us at CBS News and other outlets that the war with Iran is sending the U.S. into a munitions shortage. Sources told CBS News this week that the U.S. has basically depleted nearly all of its global stockpile of long-range precision missiles. Those are, of course, critical not just for the war with Iran, Vlad, but also for future U.S. readiness. And on Truth Social, the president overnight insisted that the U.S. has massive amounts of munitions, pushing back on their reporting. And not only that, but the president warned that his administration will be hunting down the leakers and jail the people sounding the alarm bells. Of course, the concern here is that how the administration might be going about finding those people, whether they would pursue journalist records. Let's listen to former U.S. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel on the Daily Report. The Pentagon owes it to these military families.
This is really a flagrant violation, and it's arrogant, it's dumb, and it makes a mockery of democracy.
We're waiting to hear more, of course, about whether Iran and Oman have really reached a deal. The Trump administration hasn't directly and publicly commented yet on the specifics.
All right, Kathryn, appreciate you joining us.